talk about this matchup. What stands out the most to you?
Well, the amount of stars that both of these teams have accumulated, that gets me pretty excited. And these are the type of games that for fans, they love to see the star power shine. And you never know, that expected greatness could be on display for us here tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Left side, Brown. Porzingis passes to White. The kick out to Tatum. Shoots it up. 6 to shoot. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. That one a little long. Here's Boston now. Brown feeling it out a bit. Tatum kicks to Brown. Good D by Holmgren.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades. So much speed from Shea. Used it there to get by the defense.
The kick out to Brown. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Holmgren against Tatum. Holmgren gets the bucket.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shea Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
On that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Count it.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Williams. And that one drops. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here is Holiday. Hasn't made one yet. 1:07 left to play here in the first. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And here is Holmgren. Holmgren with a screen on Holiday. The rebound by the Celtics. Now White. Outside Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. His three-pointers off the mark.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Launches it. Porzingis with the block.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
Holmgren with a screen on Holiday. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Banked in off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Thunder out in front. They lead by 2. We'll get right. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Horford, and it's Pritchard in at the 1. 6 on the shot clock. Wallace with the ball, and it's Horford picking him up. The kick out to Williams. They get the rebound. Pass to Caruso. Here's Wallace. Misses the 3. Boston trailing. Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Drake.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Outside, Horford.
Very concentrated effort on Horford's part to bully his way inside and draw the foul.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
All the officials are all over that one.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Boston shooting for the game at 42%. Outside, Horford. Here's Shireman. Wallace covering. Shireman, good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And it's Mitchell missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
That puts them in the lead. Pritchard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Pritchard, covered by Mitchell, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. Trailing by 2, right side Williams. Craig, good. Craig's got his first basket.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Caruso. Powered down with both hands.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You can see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Pass to Pritchard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
Mitchell looking it over. At the top of the key, Wallace.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Outside Williams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Williams. The layup missed.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Pass to Shireman. Here's Pritchard, covered by Mitchell. And stolen by Williams. On the wing, Mitchell. Still yet to score. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Pritchard. Williams with the block. It's tipped. Down low. Here's Shireman. And he goes in for the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
There's Williams. Can't get it to fall. The Celtics with the lead. Inside, here's Horford. The layup off target. For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Williams has a screen for Caruso. The kick out to Williams. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Here's Pritchard. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Round with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Williams. First trip to the line for him here. And that one falls for White. And both free throws good for White. Oklahoma City trailing. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. All alone. He can't get that one to fall.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And Porzingis throws it down hard.
Well, it's clear that Porzingis has some athleticism. That dunk right there, ferocious.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Celtics leading by 4. The kick out to Brown. Drives to the hoop. And he banks in the layup. Brown's got 5.
Give it up to Brown. He's so dangerous off the bounce.
Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein in the high post. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Right the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Here's Boston now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Tatum using his speed.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the screen on Hubbard. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Brown. And the shot no good, a bit short.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Holiday against Williams, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block. And a lot of noise coming from these fans after that call was made.
And the shot goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Celtics.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
Oklahoma City ball.
1:12 left in the third quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Hartenstein. Tipped away. And stolen by White. On the wing, Brown. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 5th rebound in this one. Holmgren with it. Here's Hartenstein. Outside Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside White. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Tatum. It's White on the wing. Stolen by Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's...
And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And a look at the five for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in its center. Thunder trailing by 8. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Brown the pass to Tatum. The flush by Tatum.
The pick and roll disrupts the defense and gets Tatum loose there to get that one off.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And how about that show of confidence from Tatum? He really excels at playing above the rim and taking that one home.
Pass to Holmgren. Now here's Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Brown. Here's Williams. Lays it up off the glass.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Over in the quarter, Porzingis. And yes, it's good. And the Celtics lead by 10.
And Porzingis just pouring it on here from the inside.
Knocked loose. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's White, and the rejection by Holmgren. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
They've been fantastic tonight, really, is forcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, you win that turnover battle.
Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
Oh, Drew Holiday, look at him throwing it down. That's a present for everyone.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Stolen by Tatum. They get a hand on it. Thunder trailing by 8. Back to Williams. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. To the wing on the left. To the middle. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Tatum looking around.
2 minutes.
It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Second team foul.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. And taken away by Brown.
And that's turned over in about the most frustrating way possible.
There's good turnovers. That wasn't one of them. At least this one doesn't lead to an automatic fast break, the live ball turnover. So that's the best you can say about that play.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. The kick out to Holiday. Six to shoot. From the stripe. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Hartenstein. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Tatum. The kick out to Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Brown. Here's Williams, and it's good. The time running down on the shot clock.
Great Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Tatum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Pass to Hartenstein. Outside, Dort. Back to Hartenstein. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one, no good. Porzingis against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Tatum. From deep three-point land. That shot misses. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. They came in here and... All right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
Hello and welcome to Saturday night. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup. But anything could happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Dick. And it's Abaji in at the shooting guard position. Shot clock at 5. Offensive board. Pirtle, the pass to Barnes. Barnes with a screen on Hartenstein. Outside Ingram. Another shot into the lane. Out of bounds. Into the Oklahoma City's ball. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Ingram. The 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, BA. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Here's Hartenstein. The 3 ball. And Holmgren with the basket on the assist from Hartenstein.
Well, the very definition of a stretch big, right? Chet Holmgren comes in with the reputation as a spacer.
Pirtle with a screen on Williams. And here's Ingram outside. Drops in the 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3. Pirtle grabs a miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Ingram fires from way outside. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Snatched up. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires for 3. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Ingram on the wing. Dort defending. And that one's good. Ingram's got 6.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Pirtle with a screen on Dort. Abaji can't hit. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for OKC. Dort's shot is good.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Toronto trailing. Well, Doris, Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was BA, and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Abaji with a rebound. The Raptors have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Pass to Barnes. For 3. Three-pointer. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. He's off on the layup.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Thunder trail by 4. Dort for 3. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort's got his second basket of the game.
Well, for Lou Dort, it's all about building confidence from three-point territory. This is a growing part of his skill set.
Pirtle, the pass to Abaji. Picked by Pirtle. Here's Abaji. Pirtle in the post. And the dunk by Pirtle.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
So at the end of one quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Cason Wallace out there with Mitchell. Then it's Williams. Then it's Kenrich Williams. And it's Caruso in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
That's two things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, B.A., this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
Outside, Williams. Mitchell against Quickly. Mitchell, the pass to Wallace. Launches it. Rebound, Toronto.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Pass to Mobo. Back to Boucher. Over to the wing. Here's Battle. The 3 is up. Williams grabs the board. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Here's Wallace. Off target from outside. Toronto leading by 9. Pass to Barrett. Stolen by Caruso. It's a one-on-one situation. The 3 from Mitchell. On the wing, Mitchell. Second chance effort. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
The Thunder have got nothing to go in this quarter. 0 for 5. Wallace misses. Toronto's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. The Raptors with a lead. Here's Mobo. Sinks it from distance. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant. Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
From outside the arc. They get it back. Pass to Quickly. From deep. A minute 15 left in the second quarter. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Mobo. Boucher outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Caruso. Outside Mitchell. Launches a 3. And it's Battle with a rebound. Toronto leading by 9. 55 seconds left in the first half. Gets an open look and hits it. Battle's got his second basket of the night. The Thunder shooting only 23% so far. Williams from long range. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Quickly from outside. Fires in the triple. Quickly's got 6 here in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
To the inside. Pass to Battle. Quickly outside. This one for 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Toronto Raptors up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's their three-point accuracy that has helped them build such a healthy lead. We'll be right back after this word. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They trail by 14. So for Toronto right now. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Grady Dick. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Abaji in at the 2. Toronto shooting 40% from the field in this one. Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball doors.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes, sir! Gilgeous-Alexander with a deep 3.
An example of the unique leadership of Gilgeous-Alexander, getting the 3 points right back for them.
And here's Ingram outside. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
The 3 from Barnes. Dort grabs the miss. Thunder trail by 17. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. There's the 3. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Holmgren. Puts up a 3. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. The 3 from Barnes. Dort grabs the miss. Now here's Holmgren. Here's the 3. Holmgren from deep.
Yeah, we saw the three-pointer from Holmgren in college, trying to carry that success here now over into the league.
Ingram fires from way outside. And again, Toronto, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Williams misses. Toronto leading by 14. Pirtle with a screen on Holmgren. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Great touch from deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Here's Dick. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Dort for three. Offensive rebound. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. From the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. 17 points was their biggest margin. And here's Pirtle. Outside Dick. Picked by Pirtle. Dick with a miss. Thunder trail by 13. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander drains the triple. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11.
Well, you just get to your spot and rise and fire. The confident pull-up for Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
The three from Barnes. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. The Thunder shooting just 36% in the third. The three from Holmgren. Abaji with a rebound. Toronto leading by 10. Outside Dick takes the three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds here tonight. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
It's tipped and stolen by Williams. Fades. Connects from downtown. Williams has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Ingram against Williams. To stop the drought. Brandon Ingram. That one's good. Ingram's got 11 points in the quarter.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for the Toronto Raptors. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. And that's a foul called on Jakob Pirtle. That's his first foul. So Toronto ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing, guarded by Quickly. Shot clock at 6. Wing shot on the way. Rebound by the Raptors. Mobo's got 5 rebounds in the game. Boucher a screen on Williams. Pass to Boucher. Quickly outside. Boucher a screen on Holmgren. Quickly's got space. Cans it with nobody near him. Thunder trail by 12. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Takes a 3. Rebound Toronto.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Holmgren against Barrett. The 3 is up. Offensive rebound. Pass to Battle. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Tremendous vision from Chris Boucher. He is making a case for being more involved offensively.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
It's Barrett on the wing. Williams defending. Lets it go. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hardenstein's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
And it's Battle missing. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still.
We are talking about a 6'6" point guard. Shea has got a great view of the floor. What an easy pass.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Barrett. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is who R.J. Barrett is. Fearless scorer, wants to draw contact and get himself to the line.
Thunder trail by 12. Dort for 3. Quickly with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
A minute 29 left to play in the 4th. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Hardenstein with a screen on quickly. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Mobo with a rebound. Mobo's got rebound number 7 tonight.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Raptors.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Brandon Ingram.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Fires away from way outside, and it's quickly with a miss. Here's Oklahoma City now. A 12-point game. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one no good. And here's quickly. Pass to Barrett. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Raptors lead by 15.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Fires from way outside. Off the mark. So no problem for Toronto as they get the win. Exceptional effort. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
is an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Abaji at the shooting guard position. And Pirtle pulls it down. Here's Abaji. Pirtle with a screen on White. Abaji, the pass to Barnes. A three from Quickly. The rebound by the Celtics.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
And White kicks to Brown. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
From deep. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
Quickly the pass to Ingram. Quickly a screen on Brown. Back to Quickly. Pocket 6. Barnes sets a screen for Quickly. And it's White with the rebound. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Kept alive. Pass to Quickly. The 3. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Barnes against Tatum. Brown outside. Out to Porzingis. Fires the 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Quickly looking it over. From outside the arc. Out to Ingram. There's the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
Here's Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in. Porzingis has got 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Pass to Barnes. Ingram a screen on Porzingis. Pirtle finds Ingram. Lets the 3 fly. Porzingis with the rebound. Celtics trail by 9. Outside White. The kick out to Brown. Good D by Barnes.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And that's what Porzingis has to do. Use his size and length on the offensive glass.
Now, quickly, 10 points for him. Barnes sets a screen for Quickly. A 3-ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 13.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to.
And so it's Toronto with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've done a lot of great work from long range. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Raptors.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
They've got Horford, and it's Craig in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. From downtown, Boucher with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Really left alone that time. Battle's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Craig passes to Horford. The Celtics working the ball around now. And it's off from 3-point range. Raptors leading by 13. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Boston's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Shireman. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you gotta stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Barrett, no good. And so Horford will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 11-point game. Craig kicks to Horford. Over to the left wing. Shireman, good. Shireman's got 5 points now in the quarter. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
A shot by Pritchard, no good. Toronto leading by 11. Fires from way outside. Battle misses. Here's Hauser. Barrett covering. And the basket by Hauser. Hauser's got his first 2 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Dick with it. No scoring in this one. Cans it from downtown.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite 3-point shot.
Now, here's Craig. 1:27 left in the first half. And he uses the glass on the way.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
They set the pick. Barrett for three. Nailed from three-point land. Barrett's got 6 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Shireman can't hit. Toronto leading by 13. This one for three. Pass to Battle. From deep three-point land. The offensive rebound. Boucher passes to Barrett. Here's Battle. And another shot. Horford with the rebound. Here's Hauser. It's stolen. Here's Battle. Boucher with a screen on Craig. Here's Battle. Wide open shot is on the money. Battle's got 4 points now in the quarter. And so it's Toronto. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific three-point shooting display. Right back after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court jump.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Nice performance by Emmanuel Quickly.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So for Toronto right now, Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly. Then it's Ingram. And it's Abaji in at the 2 guard. Tatum kicks to Brown. Outside Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Barnes screen on White. For 3. Trains the three-pointer. Abaji's got himself on the board with 3 there.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Tatum down low. Missed inside. Raptors leading by 18.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Abaji. Not 3 off the mark. And for the Celtics, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Over Barnes. Boston, no good that time either.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. To the paint. Sweet move. Tatum hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Brushing off the contact look. The dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Quickly, that's for 2. And the Raptors miss again. Celtics trail by 16. White dishes to Brown. Cans the shot from the wing. Brown's got his first points in this one.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown. It is just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Pirtle with a screen on Holiday. And here's Quickly for 3. And again, Toronto no up. Celtics have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Brown the pass to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And bringing the aggression and the energy. Two things you like to see from Porzingis.
A three from Quickly, from beyond the arc, and then some. Quickly's got 16.
I mean, he hit that shot from the next town over. Kev, what a shot.
Here's Pirtle. The rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Over in the corner, White. Tatum on the wing. Over Barnes. Tatum no good. Toronto leading by 15. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins, with plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Kevin, is certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. A special move before the shot. He's got 8.
And known for the jump shot, Ingram needs to keep firing away with confidence from that spot.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. There's the screen. Quickly against Holiday. Now, here's Quickly. D right on him. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. And it's White with the rebound. Celtics trail by 13. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Boston foul.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Raptors leading by 14. Outside, Barrett.
Boston foul.
The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Personal foul.
First free throw is good.
Shooting for Toronto.
And so Barrett nails both of them. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pritchard goes up and lays it nice and easy.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Barrett setting a pick for Boucher. Pass to Dick. Shoots the 3. Good on the triple. Dick's got 6.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the...
And so it's the Toronto Raptors, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Things have been clicking offensively, defensively, you name it. And they are riding this wave of momentum. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Torrey Craig is out there with Horford, and it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5. Back to Craig. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And another thing they did well was just keep the effort up offensively. Lots of boards leading to extra opportunities, which they converted.
That one goes. Count it. Craig's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're behind right now, but you can't pin the blame on this guy. Nope, he's got to get some more help from somebody on his team. Help him. Help that man.
Celtics trail by 15. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And a dunk by Horford.
No chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach making that play unstoppable.
Outside, Barrett. Pass to Mobo. Here's Boucher. And the Raptors miss again. Celtics have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Pritchard. To the inside. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Al Horford.
And inside the paint really is where Horford goes to work. Still athletic enough and really makes it look easy.
And here's Boston. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Craig passes to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Barrett covering. Pass to Pritchard. The Celtics need to get a shot off. The lead now cut to single digits.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
Here's Dick. Sinks the three-pointer.
And in getting that three to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by Boston.
Here's Pritchard. Dick defending. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul, second team foul.
And he makes the first.
Peyton Pritchard.
He hits both from the stripe.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Birtle sets the pick for quickly. A three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Some solid defense from Pirtle. And so quickly will bring it up for Toronto. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Celtics trail by 13. Pritchard passes to White. Here's Pritchard. The kick out to Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Smart play by Tatum. Using the fake to get the contact.
And he knocks down the first one. The Celtics making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Couldn't hit them all, and they need every point they can get.
For 3, Ingram. Rebound, Boston. Porzingis has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Raptors.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
Pirtle against Porzingis. And the Raptors miss again. Celtics on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. White, good.
Outstanding vision there from the Latvian. Porzingis showing he can read the floor, capable of setting his guys up.
Quickly kicks to Pirtle. Three-pointer. Jason Tatum grabs the board.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Porzingis finds White. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm
so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3. Now here's Dort, 6 on the shot clock. Hartenstein with a screen on White. Here's Dort. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
You know, Dort doesn't show a lot of love to the mid-range, but he's smart to not completely overlook it.
Tatum passes to Brown. Porzingis for 3. The Thunder with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Pass to Brown. Beyond the arc. Holiday. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. It's Dort on the wing. He's guarded by White. It's Holmgren, high post. Tatum's there. And it's Holmgren missing. For Boston, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shea in the league.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Some solid defense from Holiday.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Here's White. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Boston shooting their first free throws of this game. And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. So it's Oklahoma City now. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. 5 on the clock. The kick out to Williams. Brown with the steal.
That was just incredible instincts defensively. He saw the ball coming back out and made the play.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. So it's Boston now, following the bucket by Oklahoma City.
2 minutes.
Here's Tatum. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Hartenstein with a screen on Holiday. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Dort for 3. Good work defensively by White. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. Pass to White. Driving in. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound, Celtics. White with it, and it's Dort picking him up. It's Brown on the wing. No good there. Some solid defense from Williams. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Brown. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hartenstein's got his 5th rebound in this one. For 3. The shot won't fall. Tatum feeling it out a bit. No good with the elbow jumper. Tie game in Boston. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. They've got Williams, Mitchell out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Williams in at the 5.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Craig on the take, and he buries his first look.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Caruso outside. Here's Williams. Back to Caruso. Outside for Mitchell. Clock at 6. And here's Caruso outside. Horford pulls it in. The Celtics shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. Craig attacking. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Now here's Williams. Yet to see a basket. Outside Craig, and he drives in, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
And B.A., if you let him, he will do damage.
No resistance, you pay.
Yeah, look, never tempt a guy with a sure thing. No surprise to see him taking advantage like that.
Here's Williams. Back to Caruso. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Stan, you were a long-time coach in the NBA, one of the most demanding jobs on the planet. Just how much is required time-wise from an NBA coach?
Well, it's a lot of time. I mean, it's all day, every day, 7 days a week in season. But look, let's put it in perspective. It's not like we're out there running a jacket.
Now that's a visual I'd like to see from you, Coach. Pass to Shireman. Wallace pulls it in. Thunder trail by 6. Mitchell, the pass to Caruso. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Stan, when you look at the history of undrafted players, few have been as impactful as Alex Caruso.
You have to love the way he's done it, Brian. He grinded his way through the G League, won a championship, and now he's a first-team all-defense guy. Quite a story.
Here's Hauser. Still no points. Pass to Horford. He shoots it. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And the Celtics lead by 6. Williams from long range. From behind the arc. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You've got to contest the shot better than that.
Here's Pritchard. Williams defending. Pritchard, no good. And it's Caruso with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. From deep, Mitchell. Horford pulls it in. Here's Hauser. He's guarded by Caruso. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Stanley went undrafted back in 2021. But Wisconsin native Sam Hauser has worked his way into a rotation role.
Well, Brian, everyone's looking for shooters, and he is a knockdown shooter. And at 6'7", boasts good size and plays both ends of the court.
From deep, Mitchell. Boston pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Ryan, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Ryan.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Now here's Mitchell. Williams with the screen. Mitchell misses. Celtics lead by 5. Here's Horford. Here's Shireman. He's guarded by Caruso. Craig against Williams. Craig no good. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's Mitchell. It's deflected. Horford outside. Here's Pritchard. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Celtics. They lead by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
To center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Well, they've got to build a wall immediately because he'll just keep attacking like that if they don't.
The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at center. That's the Boston 5. Brown no good.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now here's Holmgren. No points yet. Here's Williams. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on White. Oklahoma City shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
And it's good. 2 points.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Tatum with it. Guarded now by Williams. And here's Brown for 3. Big hit from outside. Jaylen Brown.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Outside for Dort, to the wing on the left. Holmgren with a screen on White. Here's Dort. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Celtics lead by 4. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the bucket by Boston. Fires the three. SGA from distance.
Coach likes that look. And Gilgeous-Alexander from the corner.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Thunder trail by 3. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Brown passes to Holiday. Tatum a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander to the middle. Tatum can't hit.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Williams misses. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Boston. Inside. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum taking flight.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outside, Brown. Pass to Tatum. Now here's White. They kick it out to Porzingis. Brown inside. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Brown, no good. Brown with the steal. Oh, Brown gonna go get it. And the jam by Brown.
Flashing his athleticism there. Once Brown gets solid interior positioning, he's focused on jamming it home.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 14.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Williams from long range. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
19 seconds left in the third quarter here.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Brown. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It's going to be on Jalen Williams.
I mean, that was just terrific work to stay in control and finish.
Boston shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. That'll count. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer.
And credit him for understanding the situation.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. Celtics out in front, up 1. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And Oklahoma City looking at who they've got to start the 4th. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And a fast break now for the Thunder to take the lead. It's Dort on the wing. He's guarded by White. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
Out of bounds, it'll be Thunderball. Thunder with a lead. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds tonight. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Porzingis. Outside, Brown. Three-pointer. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, Shea showing no fear inside.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Outside Holiday. Pass to White. Back to Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Blocked. Gilgeous-Alexander against Porzingis. Dort. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
You're making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees a launching pad, he's ready to take off.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And here's Holmgren. Oh, the persistence inside of Chet Holmgren.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Here's Tatum. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
One other thing they've done very well has been scoring inside, just pounding and grinding down there. Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Drills it from deep.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein a screen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 4-point ball game.
In a tight game, this is who they want taking these shots.
Tatum against Holmgren. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
And it's Porzingis at 7-3, a monster to go to late in the game.
Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA showing off the athleticism there.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
The drive by Tatum. Yes!
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Hartenstein with a screen on Holiday. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. that one on White.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Williams passes to Holmgren. Holmgren with a screen on White. Back to Holmgren. White with the steal.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And he gets that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 37.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball.
And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Ingram.
And Ingram really can handle either part of that pick and roll. He could be the screener, and then he could roll, or he could score off it. Nice option.
Hartenstein with the screen for Holmgren. No good on the 3. Now Pirtle. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. On offense, here are the Thunder. Lets it go with the 3. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, good for 3.
Love the focus here from SGA at the arc. He hates to waste those opportunities.
Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Ingram wide open, buries the long-range jumper. Ingram's got 5 points so far.
Getting more and more consistent, which means more dangerous as Brandon Ingram knocks down 3.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here is Pirtle. Takes a 3. And Holmgren pulls it down. Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Dort gets it to go.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
And here's quickly for 3. Good on the triple.
Mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Out to the right wing. A wide open look here for Hartenstein. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Williams against Ingram. Inside. Pirtle against Hartenstein. And there it is for him. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Darko Rajakovic and I got a chance to talk for a little bit. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
The Raptors have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. A 3 from Quickly. Thunder with the rebound. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. From the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Ingram's got 4 rebounds in this game. Quickly with a wide open look. It's good from long range. Quickly's got 6.
And Ingram and his court awareness continue to grow. A terrific dime there.
Fires for 3. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Here's the Raptors with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Thunder trailing by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Raptors have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Connects from 3-point range.
Major deep ball threat. Quickly has never seen a shot he didn't like.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Pirtle. Gets Ingram atop the key. Gets it off. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Raptors lead by 8. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the 3-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Mason Wallace is out there with Mitchell. And it's Alex Caruso. Then it's Williams. And it's Williams at the 5, roaming the paint. Thunder trailing by 7. Here's Caruso. Offline with his 3. Toronto's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Dick. Covered by Mitchell. Dick can't get it to go.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
Lets the 3 fly. And it's Mitchell missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Robinson for 3. Caruso grabs the miss. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And Mitchell puts up a deep 3. The Thunder with another miss. Raptors leading by 7. Robinson left side. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Here's Caruso. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Walter can't get it to go. 3-pointer. And that one's good, Caruso. And now it's only a 5-point Raptor lead. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
6 on the shot clock. Outside, Barrett. And again, Toronto no up.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The shot by Williams, no good. Toronto leading by 5. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso.
That's his second.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Barrett. Nothing on the board. From deep 3-point territory. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Wallace. Sinks the 3-pointer.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Robinson for 3. It's Dick on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And again, Toronto no up. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. For 3, Mitchell. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Dick, that's good.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Outside Williams. Puts up a 3. Robinson pulls it in. Toronto leading by 5. Barrett for 3. They grabbed their own miss and stolen by Williams. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. A 3-pointer off the mark. And the Raptors shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Battle misses.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Toronto ahead, up 5. And we'll be back with the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice performance by Emmanuel Quickley.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Then there's Emmanuel Quickley. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Abaji in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is. And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
For 3, Ingram. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Well, he's throwing the defense off balance, and then he gets to the bucket. That's a nice move from Ingram.
Outside Dort. There's the triple. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 6th rebound on the night. It's stolen by Hartenstein. A solo fast break. Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
The turnover leading to the turnout. That's a fast break. And Dort finishes it off.
Here's Pirtle. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want. The other, not so much.
Well, this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Quickly looking it over. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. It's Dort on the wing. He's got 8. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
A 3 from Quickley. Dort grabs the miss. Thunder trailing by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. Quickley against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the 3 off target. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. They've led by as much as 10. They get it again. Ingram outside. Barnes screen on Williams. Clock at 6. And here's Ingram from the arc. That one doesn't go. The Thunder have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. It's Dort on the wing, quickly covering. Holmgren with a screen on Barnes. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Abaji. And again, no good by Toronto. Under trailing by 4. Williams passes to Dort. Hartenstein with the screen for Dort. The kick out to Williams. Shoots. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Snatched up. Over to the wing. Here's Abaji. Bertle, the pass to Ingram. A three from Quickly. The Thunder pull it in. Holmgren's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's Dort on the wing. A three-pointer, no good. Toronto leading by 4. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. From the arc. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Dort's got 11 points.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize.
The third quarter comes to a close. Raptors lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. Bertle sets the pick for Barnes. Off target from three-point range. Thunder trailing by 4. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. He can make that pass in his sleep.
Barnes screen on Dort. Barnes against Holmgren. Barnes can't get it to go.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Holmgren against Quickly. Beyond the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Quickly's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Toronto.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Barnes screen on Dort. Here's Abaji, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball.
Thunder trailing by 4. From deep, Williams. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Screen by Bertle. Nobody near Barnes. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Sinks the triple.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They've led by as much as 10. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new crew. Barrett against Holmgren. Pass to Walter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Thunder trailing by 4. It's Dort on the wing. Garrett covering. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. Launches a three. That one, no good.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. You have to use better judgment there.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder with another miss. Toronto, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Goes up on the wing. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
You guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Walter, good.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And so here's Toronto. 7-point differential. They set the pick. Barrett wide open. He fires. Off target with the open look. An even 3-on-3 break. From deep three-point territory. No good there. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game. And
but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the villain with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink.
should see a lot of transition tonight.
We should, and it always makes for exciting basketball. But more importantly, BA, these are teams that create easy buckets. Everything in basketball cannot be a grind. That's why these two teams are fun to watch.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. Now here's Porzingis. Unable to get that one. Hurdle with some nice D. Barnes against Holiday. Tipped away. Outside, Brown. Toronto grabs the miss.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
The crafty play there by Ingram, using the pull-up jumper to beat the defense.
Barnes with it, now guarded by Brown. And it's quickly with a miss.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Barnes the screen. Here's Ingram. Off the left rim and out.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
So it's Toronto now, following the bucket by Boston. Quickly from outside. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Celtics have gone 1 for 3 so far. Shoots from the baseline. Brown, no good.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And it's quickly with a miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. The main topic of conversation, how they plan to guard Jason Tatum. We want to try to make Jason a jump shooter. Avoid fouling, don't let him go downhill. But JT will get his, so let's hope we limit him. Well, that's never easy to do, guys.
Allie, thank you. And White has got the ball here for Boston. 4-point game. Here's Brown. Goes back up. And Porzingis with a layup.
Well, you love the physicality by Porzingis. Mix it up off the backboards, KP.
Quickly, passes to Ingram. Hurdle with a screen on Brown. Shoots from the elbow. Porzingis grabs the board.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Barnes with a screen on White. Dick gets the bucket.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Brown passes to Porzingis. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. .136 left in the first. Holiday passes to Brown. Tatum from long range. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
But Jason Tatum with the answer from 3. That's how you stop an opponent's momentum.
And the call will be against Derek White. That'll be a second foul of the game. 1:19 left in the first quarter of the game. Good chance here for Ingram. Scores off the spin. Ingram's got 5.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
They get it back. Tatum. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, you see the effectiveness of Jason Tatum in close. Don't sleep on both his strength and his length.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Hits the trifecta. give him 8 points now.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Brown looking around. The shot off that time. Ooh, good work defensively by Ingram. Raptors lead by 3. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Drive by Brown.
Oh, my goodness. How about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular.
Outside Ingram. Gets the 3 to fall. Celtics trail by 4. On the wing, Tatum. He's guarded by Barnes. Tatum inside. Can't cash in the 10-footer. And stolen by Porzingis. Over Pirtle. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Toronto out in front. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
On the floor for Boston. They've got Peyton Pritchard, Torrey Craig out there with Al Horford, and it's Shireman in at the 2 guard. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Here's Mobo. After the basket by Boston. Walter from outside. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Boston trailing. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Here's Hauser. No points so far. Back to Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. And he hits it to tie the game. Pritchard's got his first 2 points.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
This one for 3. Knocks down the long J.
You've got to be able to operate in pick and roll action. R.J. Barrett very comfortable handling the rock.
And great job to establish position and square up.
First personal foul.
Here's Walter. Pass to Barrett. Wide open look. And the Raptors getting another bucket right there. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Pritchard. Shoots over Walter. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. All right, Doris, you think this heliocentric style of play can lead to championship success?
Brian, this is such a big-time question, and I think a difficult one to answer. By heliocentric, we mean that the best player on your team is making up a greater percentage of the usage, meaning the ball is in their hands more. What that has led to are some of the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. But does it lead to championships? That is the answer to the question we all seek.
Both shots good from the strike.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Walter from outside. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics trail by 4. Craig passes to Hauser. Here's Shireman. Oh, they get a hand on it. Out to Craig. The 3-ball. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Intelligent ball movement. The offense looking one step ahead there.
Pass to Walter. 1:47 left to play in the first half. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Out to the right wing. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. The Raptors have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Here's Battle. Off target with the 3.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Craig. .114 left to play in the second quarter. After their title in 2019, the Raptors have struggled to stay among the league's elite scores.
Well, think about it, B.A. The driver of that title success was Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry. Both of those players are gone. Very hard to replace players of that caliber. Almost inevitable they were going to take a step back.
Here's Shireman. No made baskets yet. Craig with it. Now guarded by Barrett. Fires the 3. And it's Shireman missing. Toronto leading by 4. Lets it go from deep. And again, Toronto with a triple.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
29 seconds left in the first half. Horford right side. And Boucher with the block.
Well, that's the 6'9" frame of Chris Boucher. Send it back, young sir.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Again, the miss by Boston. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Toronto shooting their first free throw this game. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first half. Walter from outside. Shireman grabs a board. Here's Hauser. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Toronto Raptors finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Boy, without question, Brandon Ingram displaying his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Grady Dick, and it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Buries it from 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Now here's Tatum. 7 points in the game. Outside Holiday. White for 3. Barnes with the rebound.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offense in transition and just leads me to stay in lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. Hits the 3-pointer.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
Pirtle with a screen on Holiday. And it's quickly with a miss.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Tatum finds Holiday. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Brown against Ingram. Fires from deep. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks.
There's Tatum with the three. Quickly with the rebound. Raptors lead by 14. Pass to Ingram. From deep. And that's a foul called on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul.
Celtics trail by 14. Ooh, it's stolen away. Dick with it, now guarded by White. Barnes with a screen on Holiday. Quickly from outside. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Launches a three. Poeltl grabs a miss. Poeltl's got rebound number 7 tonight. Tries the spin move. And here's Ingram outside. Called in by Brown.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now quickly. Fires away from way outside. Boston with a rebound. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And here's Brown for 3. And Brown knocking down the triple.
Boy, you catch the defense off guard by being willing to fire as soon as the ball touches your hands.
Quickly against Holiday. Now here's Quickly. The D's right on him. They get the rebound. Right side Dick. Five to shoot. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Here's Ingram. And again, no good by Toronto. Celtics trail by 9. KP to the cup. Outside Holiday. Misses in close. The Raptors shooting 37% from the floor at this point. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Poeltl with a screen on Tatum. There's the three. On target from range. Ingram's got 9 points in the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Outside Dick. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for the Raptors. He's now hit 6 threes in. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
Raptors lead by 10. And here's Ingram from the arc. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. The kick out to White. It's Brown on the wing. And the 3 off target. Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Poeltl with a screen on Tatum. Ingram deciding where to go with it. 4-3. Pure from 3-point range. Ingram Ingram's got 23.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Brown against Ingram. Pass to Dick. Barnes with a screen on White. Dick with a miss. Celtics trail by 11. Here's the break. Tatum from long range. Rebound by the Raptors. Quickly's got 4 rebounds now. Toronto's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Misses the 3.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
White, the pass to Brown. Outside Tatum. Here's White. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Raptors lead by 11. Outside Ingram. Launches it. Good work defensively by White. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Kick out to Brown. To the paint. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Yeah, the problem with Jason Tatum in the pick and roll is he can roll or pop, and that makes him hard to guard.
Pass to Barnes. It's stolen by Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds now. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Raptors.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
A line change here for Toronto. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Toronto leading by 10. Here's Boucher for 3. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Barrett with it. Now guarded by White. 4 on the clock. From outside the arc. Barrett can't hit.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals, establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Floats one up. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
Kristaps Porzingis with that release point and that size, difficult to check in the painted area.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Holiday. They kick it out to Porzingis. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Kristaps Porzingis in a big spot, not an inch of back down. That is beautiful.
To the inside. And stolen by Brown.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip. Wow, Porzingis, no hesitation in the balance of the game. He delivers.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Cash. And now they trail by just 4.
Yeah, I love the answer from Porzingis. Don't sleep on his three-point shot.
Outside Barrett. Launches it from deep. The rebound, Celtics. There's Tatum with the 3. The shot no good.